Colin Stervell, Kevin F., Billy Ebon, and we are Artist Files. Ever since I was a little kid, I've always wanted to be a singer. It's the only thing I've really known what I wanted to do with my life. And when I was about 15, I walked into my first record label, and it was the most exciting day of my entire existence on this planet. I walk in, and when I say there were maybe 100 stacks of resumes and CDs and everything possibly imaginable, I almost died. It was so overwhelming. And I realized that I am just a number in this huge scheme of, there's so many people that want to do the exact same thing as me, and I wondered what was going to set me apart. And the biggest problem that I saw was that not only were the labels themselves and the people that were running these labels, not only were they so unorganized, it was unorganized to the point where people's careers, this number of people, think about it, that's millions of, oh my gosh, there's a big number of people that, are trying to make it in this career. And with Artist Files, we are looking to organize these people's career to give them a better shot at the future. We're doing that by we have an iCloud service. Basically, we're going to be able to put these people's portfolios and resumes in one secure area that you can access wherever and whenever you want. We are a website, so what we will do is we have portfolios and resume builders that are designed specifically for musicians and actors that will kind of portray their careers in a very organized and professional manner. We are also able to send these people's portfolios and resumes in a business-like and professional state so that you can click a button and your resume and portfolio can go straight to the person you're trying to contact that will potentially give you a job in the future. And we are also set up to help connect the artists with each other for collaborations in the future as well. Our main customer segments are the colleges themselves. So we're really targeting the college kids that are majoring in being musicians and actors. But really what we're trying to do is we're trying to market ourselves to the colleges themselves. We are hoping that to get these two colleges, Northwestern and Columbia, to agree to paying for their students in these arts, or in the art kind of degrees, for the first few months, which is a $3.99 fee, which will help them grow their success rate in their college graduates in the future. So that's what makes us a little bit more marketable to colleges.
Right, so our total addressable market are the 21 million college students in the United States, and our serviceable addressable market of the 735,000 of those students in the fine arts programs at those colleges, specifically in music and acting. So our main revenue stream are the $3.99 and $19.99 packages on our website. So in year one, we're going to target the first two schools that Brooke had mentioned, and the way we would do that is the schools would pay for $3.99 per student for the first 3 months of that term. And then after that, the students would then choose if they would want to stay on with our website. So we estimated that about 10% would continue on with the $3.99 package, and 2% would continue on with the $19.99 package. And so in year two, we would expand to Chicagoland schools. Years 3 and 4, we would target East Coast schools. In year 5, we would target international and West Coast schools. And then we estimate for, we do have a COGS, however, it's not shown in this graph because the way our COGS work, we have 3 separate templates that I had to control because we had 2 different revenue streams. So inputting the COGS into this thing is not applicable, so we put it into our SG&A. And the COGS that we do have, is the credit card commission that people would input on our site. And then for SG&A, we have marketing. 10% of our revenue would go towards marketing costs. 25% would go to IT. For specifically, since we're a high technology company, we have to have 25% would go to our IT because we have to update our site and continue on with the technology fees. And then we also have insurance, specifically property and cyber insurance. We need property insurance because we're going to have servers that are going to hold the data of our customers, and they're going to be inputting videos and audio files, and we need servers to hold that information. and we also need to protect that, and then cyber insurance is to protect our own website.
So, like Brooke said, we are focusing mainly on musicians and actors, and today there are hundreds of websites where you can go online and make a resume. And what's unique about us is that we just focus on those two customer segments. And with all the websites today, they have thousands of templates, different designs, with just basic business-like resumes that you can build. So, with our templates that we created as a group, we focus mainly on the musicians and the actors with the templates that we made. And we feel like these are more appealing to the artist community. So instead of going on the 100 sites that there are, to make it just a basic business-like resume, we define them with the specific resumes that fits them and what they're looking for in the future. And as a group, we also created like what our site would look like. So we also kind of have the social media aspect into our website with the portfolio, with like a profile picture, kind of like a profile page on Facebook, where you can add pictures, audio clips, and videos. So if you're an actor, you want to get yourself out there, you want to put in a video of what you've done recently, like your previous experiences, and also here, there's a link to your resume that you filled out. So you can send this link to anyone you're looking to get a job with, and it goes right to this profile. That'll take you to your resumes. So originally, as you guys probably remember, we were known as Ben, where we focused on getting people jobs. And through our MVP, we realized that we were just a group of 17-year-old kids, and we were contacting venues to try to fill their positions for that certain night. And venues didn't really trust us because we're 17-year-old kids, we're not going to fill their venue with a bunch of talent. So as the MVP period started going on, we were like, all right, we need to figure this out. So we ended up pivoting to what we are, Artist Files now. And we feel that we help artists in a different way, but we're still helping them get jobs easier. So by having these portfolios and resumes, they can go out and they are already prepared to get jobs in the future.
And like Colin said with our pivoting for our MVP, instead of going about the route of finding these people jobs and filling up venues, the risk with that was these venues could be losing money if we couldn't fill them up. So we went the route of organizing these people some well-structured resumes and portfolios for themselves, because as an actor and musician, that's going to be the two most important parts you're going to need to send out to possibly get a job and find them. And so for our MVP, we came up with the idea of finding a group of actors and musicians and interviewing them in person, over phone, and email as well, and sending them the website template, resume templates, and asking about the feedback from it. And as well, we tried contacting colleges, but as we said, we're a group of teenagers, not a lot of colleges wanted to talk to us right away about it. And like we found out, our biggest thing was building up this trust, especially with the schools. And with the schools, since they didn't really trust us with maybe giving us money about this, we're in the process of finding a group of individuals and adults that have a good name to them that can be a reliable and credible source to us, and as well market us to these schools and help us out getting to them. And through our MVP, we found out that we had a 73% approval rating. Out of the 30 people we interviewed, we hoped to get out to more people, but as we pivoted kind of late in our MVP process, we weren't able to get out to as many people as we wanted to.
So for our marketing, we plan on going to the NCAN, which is, they do conferences throughout the year all over the country, and it's just where all the colleges can come together and kind of collaborate. And it's a perfect place for us to market our business, because we are going after these colleges to look at, to get their students to go to our website. And we are also looking at Product Hunt. And Product Hunt looks like this. They're kind of the next step to Kickstarter. It's kind of like after you have the money, your landing page and everything. On this page, it's anything that people are talking about, any comments or anything that people talk about in business gets put on this page and their featured page, and it gives you the direct link to their website and how to get your hands on their product, service, website, whatever they can put on their website. And for our website, we're selling 3 packages. The free one, the $3.99, which is a little bit more. You get a couple more pictures, videos, and audios per month. and then $19.99, which you have unlimited posting every month.
So like as Brooke was mentioning earlier, with the whole addressing the colleges, where what the college would do is what they would pay for all their senior class in the art or in the acting and musician class to get access to the site. So when they're out of school, right away they had this all set up so they can go out and find jobs. So the school will be paying for all those kids during that end of their senior year. And so what we were hoping to do is have them get hooked on it. So as Kevin showed those three different packages, so after they graduate, when the school is no longer paying for it, then they would be hooked on it and they're like, they want to use it more. So that's why we have those three different packages.
And we are seeking close to $31,000 to start our company. In exchange for that, you will receive 13.5% of our company based on a post-money valuation of close to $200,000.
If you have typically been with us, thank you so much for listening.
What's going to be key to the success of this product, I think, is its success for the people that utilize it. How are you going to market this to the people that are going to use it to hire people? I mean, you're targeting colleges, but somebody in a hiring position is going to be looking at this website and saying, "Oh, that's talented kid. I want to talk to him." How are you going to market to those people?
There will be a link directly on the website. So I mentioned that there's a sharing feature. I couldn't have gone into more detail. Basically, it's just a little button that you click. That you want, if someone reaches out to you or someone wants to reach out to you. So if you want to reach out to the artist, or if the artist wants to reach out to you, you click the button, the share button, and it's an automatic email template that sends a professional version of your resume, portfolio, and all your contact information to the person's email that you're trying to contact.
How does that person know to go on that website?
We're planning on putting up, like Kevin said, the places we're marketing, the product hunt and the other, the venue. And what we're planning on doing is kind of just putting up ads on the internet, as well as there's a website called Acting Network and Casting Network and Actors Access. And they're two specifically designed for actors, but it's kind of like a online kind of an agency. It's not very well known, it's not very popular, but we're planning on kind of reaching out to the directors that way.
That's going to be really important.
So this is LinkedIn for artists. Is that a fair representation?
No. That was what our idea was before, was trying to find these people jobs and fill up venues with musicians or whatever they were looking for. But as we went through that, it was kind of risky because if we didn't fill up these venues all the way, that
Well, LinkedIn started just with the employee,
Yeah,
and the employer thing came later. In fact, so I really think your idea of pivoting to say, hey, this is a two-sided business model, only working on building the users, is pretty darn smart, because it's really hard to get employers at the beginning until you have users. And when you get users, that's when employers will say, gotta have it. So I get that. What I don't get, but it's not a judgment, I just want to, how you guys got there, was getting a school to buy it for everybody while they're students, and then, I mean, it would be wonderful if you could do that, but
Did you actually talk to Columbia and find out if how many students does Columbia have in fine arts, because it is sort of a fine arts school? How many students, and are they willing to pay $3.99 for one semester per student?
The reason why we thought that, we are looking to get advocates for our company, because what we learned from our first idea was that a bunch of 17-year-old high school students looking to fill up the venue, it's putting too much risk onto the venue itself.
Did you talk to Columbia?
forget about the venue, Brooke. We're talking about the schools now.
We emailed them and they never responded to us.
So did you get from any school that they would be willing to pay $3.99 for?
What we did was we talked to some of the teachers at these schools and we sent them surveys that they could give to their students and see if we could get any good responses, but through that we really found out that we weren't getting anything back.
We came up with this whole idea with the schools, like during the financial in class, the guy was going over it with us, I forget his name, and he was like, I really think that you guys should attack the schools and because that's where all our customer segment is.
It's a very intriguing idea. I mean, it's like instant customers because you could get the entire fine arts department at any major college. But the key to that is whether the school is willing to pay for it or you have no revenue to grow.
I think it says something that you gotta have some no responses from the
Right.
schools. I
But-
think you've gotta listen to what is that saying about your product as currently offered. Did any of you talk to talent agents, casting agents, in terms of what is important to them when they review artists? And the reason I ask this is you guys are called artist file, but the way it's structured really reads more corporate file. Because talent agents, casting agents, when we go out for a Cal call, we don't look at resumes. We want headshots, you want talent, you want a very targeted group of people with a talent that you're looking for, or a look that you're looking for, or a sound that you're looking for. So if that's gonna be your backyard to play in, while you may not be getting casting agents and producers and those folks signing on, you wanna know what's important to them, what they're looking for first, so that way you can help your customer base target their experiences, their portfolios, their video clips, their audition clips, to be really geared toward the market that's eventually going to employ them.
Kyle, you did a little bit of that when you described how the resume was going to look. You're going to have them populate your resume as opposed to them submitting one. I thought you mentioned though that you would do one-on-one interviews by voice. Is that right?
That was what Billy was talking about with our MVP, because we did pivot so late and with our idea. So we talked to kids at the high school in the arts. That's where we kind of came up with what would be on.
Oh, okay. Because what you need a digital environment, you're not going to be able to have one-on-one interviews with everybody. You want to create LinkedIn for artists. And you give them the ideas or the elements of information that they should populate, and if they populate it, great. If they don't, they don't. But you don't want to have control over that.
Why would you offer something for free?
Well, they are starving artists when they come out of school, and when you come out of school, you're looking for a job, you're not making money, and if the school's paying for it, then it is free. And when they get out of school, if they still want to continue with the basic free profile, which is just one photo, one audio clip, and that's there for them, except they're not really that interested, and that's also there for them to have. But if they really are interested in it, they can continue paying the $3.99, or they can even go $19.99 and go unlimited to further their exposure.
Did you go back to Michael's comment, because I would agree on LinkedIn, did you check they have separate groups that you can be part of, that are private groups, and the interests that you have could be, in my case, impact investing, that kind of stuff? Did you look at it from an artist point of view? Do they have subgroups in that?
Yeah, there definitely would be subgroups within our website. It would
No, I'm
be,
talking about LinkedIn.
oh, for LinkedIn in particular.
LinkedIn, which, for artists, do they have a subsection, do you know, in LinkedIn?
I think MySpace. It doesn't Timberlake on MySpace. I thought that's what MySpace did. I thought it was connecting artists.
Just a thought to keep in mind, you mentioned the point of these newly graduated students are going to be starting artists. You guys don't want to be in that pool. Because if schools are not willing to pay this, but this is a product or service that you think has got a fit out there, how do you not get lumped into the starting entrepreneur portion of this? Where are you going to figure out how the revenue is going to come from? Because if schools aren't willing to pay the $3.99, I think you do need to entertain, would newly graduated fine arts performing students be willing to pay the $4 to get basically their headshots to a gazillion more casting agents than they could physically do just by doing physical rounds?
Like we said, we didn't really get in contact with the school, so that's just like a conversation that we would have to have with the school on the price.
Like we said, the biggest thing we wanted to attack was, and try to lower the number, was how many unemployed people that are in the arts and in music. And I think the percentage we found out was close to like 97% of people that are in this are unemployed.
Right.
And that's what we wanted to help reduce, and it seemed like if there was a chance in something that these people would believe in, they would take it.
And although the colleges are our main customer set, there was definitely marketing to get the people that aren't in the schools.
The college thinks a great idea, and at minimum, they can build awareness and tell their, that's just a great channel to connect with all the students. And, they can even have a class encouraging people to use it, or they can buy it for them. I mean, but you can probably work with schools in 2 different venues, it's.
Yeah.
What's your exit strategy?
We were gonna our exit strategy was after 3 years, we would do a strategic buyer, I think it was creative artist agency.
That's a big strategic hire.
Yeah. So take a look at MySpace, because I think that's what they do now. I think they refocus that specifically on artists. I'm very worried about your ability to get colleges to buy this. They won't buy a pencil. I mean, and for them to distribute this, you need to have some one-on-one conversations. If you ping them an email, that's great, they didn't respond. You've got to hit them 7, 8 times for them. Margarita talked about that yesterday, how many times you have to talk to someone to even get on their radar. But that's a critical component, because your entire business model is built on the fact that these universities will purchase it, and if they won't, you've got to find another way to do that. I also think that to Brian's point, free is great, but it's free and that does nothing for you, and you need to eat, right? And that's not a problem today, but it might be in the future. This gap between silver and gold was like $3.99 and $19.99. That's a monumental jump. I mean, we need to see real value in separating why I would spend $4 versus $20.
The reason we have the big gap is because we are going to have so much storage and data coming into our website with all the photos, video clips, and audio clips. So we have to pay for all the extra storage, and that's the reason why we have that at such a big price.
Did you make a model of some type that kind of projected that what it would cost for that? Is that how you made that cost distinction?
Yeah, it was kind of like, because for every video or picture, it kind of takes about it can go from 5 to 50 megabytes of storage, and so you can get a terabyte, which is 1,000,000 megabytes, for $100. So it's just kind of if we can get a big enough storage, then we can hold all of these, but it's expensive to be able to hold all of it, and if they have the unlimited, they can just keep throwing in videos every day.
Do you know what
20 seconds.
Apple costs to be a business on their iCloud? Do they charge business fees for using their service?
The Apple.
Yeah, or the iCloud? I mean, it's free for consumers, but I wonder for businesses.
Well, if it's free to a point, and then you buy more.
Yeah, so what were those costs in your startup costs?
With Apple, we're not sure.